Welcome back to Sunrise. We are turning our attention now to a different matter entirely. No, it's not politics or sports or those kind of matters which we focused on initially today. It has to do with the Native&Vogue Port Harcourt International Fashion Week for this year. We'll have people to talk about it. And let me start from my immediate right. Nkiruka Guadema is the Managing Director, Neo Mantra. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
And sitting beside him is Frank Osodi, Managing Director, Bono Crazioni. Thank you for coming on as well.
It's a pleasure.
If you didn't say that, I would have said Frank Osodi.
I know.
I'm sure I'm used to it.
I'm used to it. So I only correct it when I need to.
Okay. On my immediate left is Remi Diagbare. She's the editor of Vanguard Allure. Thank you for coming on as well. And then Pauline Uzinserium on my far left here is the Director, Public Enlightenment, Ministry of Information, and that's in River State. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about this Native&Vogue Port Harcourt International Fashion Week. It's not the first one, and it's happened before. And this time, what's happening this time? Let's start with you.
This time is bigger and much better. And the theme, like I said earlier, is the possibility lives in River State. Is a platform that brings emerging designers with established designers from everywhere. But most importantly for us is that it is hosted by River State, sponsored by River State, and planned by the parties that you're seeing here. It's an amazing platform for both designers and for models, up and young coming.
So, Mr. Frank, I mean, what if all these people come together? Why?
Well, it's about discovering talent, like you're saying. Rivers of possibilities. There are a lot of young talents littered all over Nigeria. Who cares about them? Who is interested? But somebody should be interested. We need to start looking inwards and start thinking of which of these young boys and girls are talented, which of them needs help, which of them needs guidance, which of them do we need to create a platform for, which of them should we take anywhere to the next level. Do you understand? And that is what this platform is all about. Last year we went into River State. We discovered a lot of young designers, quite a whole lot of them. You understand? And River State is saying, let's see what we can do for these talents. Do you understand? And then, of course, the whole idea of bringing top designers, established designers, both local and international, is so they can have a feel of what they see in magazines about these designers, their clothing, and see their finishings, and be inspired. Do you understand? And be on the same platform and ask questions, interact. It's a whole lot of healing for them. It's a whole lot of direction for them. Okay, this is where I plan to be. This is who I plan to be in the nearest future. And these are the things. And I have questions to ask. I need to get guidance from those people. They encourage them, they talk to them, you know, they kind of give them a little bit of internship within the few days that they're in Port Harcourt.
That's where your mentorship comes in.
That's where mentorship comes in.
But I'll come to that in a bit. One of those magazines you talked about, I imagine, will be Allure. When they see those kind of magazines and then they see you, they should light up.
They should light up. And quickly, let me add that we are involved in this because we have always been interested in promoting the industry. The program, if you look at it, is more like three-pronged. We have the young designers who are brought in for the competition. We have the promotion of the fashion industry, which is where you have all the established designers coming in from all over the world. We have from Europe and South Africa, joining our top designers here in Nigeria. That's the second part. And it's also the rewarding of those who have done excellently well in the industry, which is where we have the Allure Style Awards, where we really honed in on. So it's a three-pronged event that should open the fashion industry. And we have a lot of potentials in this country that has not been explored. And I'm happy that we're involved, and I'm happy the River State government is promoting this industry. There's so much potentials that Nigeria should become a fashion capital, but we are not. But this is the beginning.
Yeah. Then to Mr. Nserium, I mean, yes, this is not the first one that is happening there. The River State is supporting this one again. You're the host. Why did you decide to do it again?
Well, I like to take you back to pre-2007. River State was seen as a militant state, where violence was the order of the day. One man came into the picture, that's our governor, His Excellency Rotimi Amechi, and brought sanity. How did he do it? He began by building infrastructure, promoting education, and then River State has come back to that beautiful bride, the garden city of Nigeria. He says, I want to build on that and make River State a destination of choice for everything that is good. So, you find now that Port Harcourt, for anybody who is an investor, that is investor's heaven. And we don't just want to say investment. What about tourism? These are things that promote the economy. The River State government had to sponsor this particular fashion festival, as you have heard from them. Apart from the fact that it's going to, get us know budding talents, it's going to bring Port Harcourt, River State to the global fashion map. It is going to bring tourism, create opportunities for people to invest. And so River State government, under the dynamic leadership of His Excellency, is saying River State should no more be seen as a state of violence, but a state where good things happen. And that's why you hear rivers of possibilities.
So it won't be strange if people think rivers, well, not just oil,
Yeah.
but they're looking to book capital
Yeah.
and fashion now.
Yeah, sure.
Fashion.
Yes.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to do differently from the previous ones that you've done?
This is the second edition. And of course, the technical partners are here. They know the technical details, but what I can assure you that this year will be better than last year. Because what happens to when you have a group of talented men who have vision, who have a focus, who are experts in the industry, is that you plan a program, you do a review, re-strategize. I tell you, the number of people we had for the face of Native&Vogue this year, the number of entries, more than 300 compared to what we had last year. So you can see that Native&Vogue gradually is beginning to make a statement in the fashion industry in Nigeria.
Okay, let me come to Mr. Gwadam. I mean, Native&Vogue, what has New Mantra got to do with that?
New Mantra as an organization is an intellectual property development. So from ideas to soliciting for sponsorship, branded entertainment, event management, name it, that is our forte. And when we conceived the idea for Native&Vogue, it was quite an interesting property for the River State government to tap into almost immediately. So that is what we have actually done with Native&Vogue. And just to actually allude to what he has said, this year, the sort of response that we have received, even from international counterparts, is amazing. When we called for entries, especially for the young designers and the people who would represent River State for the face, our mailboxes were clogging because unlike last year there were just a few because people didn't understand, people didn't know what was going to happen. But this year was an amazing exercise we saw. And even when we got into Port Harcourt, we still had people who didn't put in for entry, but because they have heard from people who participated last year, they decided that they had to actually be there as well. So this year is bigger, it is better. We have a whole lot of designers that we didn't have as last year. I'm sure you're going to talk about it. Last year, calling in to come in for this same program that we have. Yeah.
So, Ms. Oshode, your hand will be full this time. How are you going to handle all this?
Well, we're trying. I have able partners, and everybody's playing their role. I'm particularly involved with the production and the running of the show itself. We're inviting models all over. We're having Milan Magese, we're having Rob Evans, we're having Devin, the winner of the face, because these are the models that inspire the other young boys and girls who desire to be models in the future in River State. So they want to see those people. They want to be sure that they're taking the right steps. And how would they know unless they interact with people like that? And then we're also having a lot of international models coming in. Designers, yes, we're having great designer. We have Clock coming in, Clock, CGDT. We have Kopman, Sheldon of Naked Ape. We have Yemi Kosiba of Kosiba, Couture coming in. Adebakar is there. I'm showcasing. Zizi is there. I mean, people love our designs. We have a bunch of young and creative minds in Port Harcourt. It's unbelievable.
So what about the question of mentorship? Because when they come in, as you alluded to earlier on, they will ask questions about all of those.
Yes, the mentorship is always there. We have workshop going on for 3 days.
3 days.
For those who desire to be designers, and even for those who are already established. Because some of us in this industry start because we desire to be designers, and then we jump some hurdles that are very necessary. And sometimes in life you need to retrace your steps, and that is understanding the fundamentals of being a proper designer, and then we'll come back to it. And that is what the workshop is there for. It gives room for you to know the ABC, the rudiments of being a proper designer, and how to make your sketches, how to, I mean, it's not everybody that needs to be a designer. You're probably born to be like a fashion consultant, and then you think because you like design, fashion, then that makes you a designer. Some are born to be fashion merchandisers, some are